A school resource officer, cop, was fired and arrested after repeatedly slamming an 11-year-old kid to the ground. You may have seen the horrific video. And while Big Boss Man is unique in the sense that he was actually fired and arrested, incidents like this are not unique at all in schools with cops. This shit happens all of the time. Now, this may have been one of the worst, but this is not an isolated incident. There are the cases of the 6-year-olds who are arrested and handcuffed for throwing tantrums, or the 7-year-old with special needs who was tasered for being defiant. And then you have cases like the kid who was arrested for not doing the Pledge of Allegiance. And that is the real problem. Besides the actual abuse, we are arresting kids for basic disorderly conduct. Shit that we would have gotten detention for back in the day. Shit like skipping class and fucking swearing. Fucking swearing? Are you fucking kidding me? We're arresting kids for fucking swearing at fucking school. What the fuck are we doing? One arrest can traumatize a kid and put them on a path to fucking failure. Once they're in the juvenile justice system, you can pretty much predict their future. We're setting them up to fail. And it's all in the name of security. But study after study show that having cops in schools doesn't make them safer. It just leads to more kids being arrested. Around 20 years ago, around the time of Columbine, which actually had armed security guards, by the way, there were only about 10% of schools that had school resource officers, which differ from armed security guards in that they can actually arrest kids. And now, 20 years later, there's about 40% of schools with cops. And there hasn't been a school shooting since. You get my point. Cops don't make schools safer. They simply feed the school to prison pipeline. And of course, poor kids and Black and Latino kids get disproportionately affected because that's America. That's how we do. But worst of all, right now, a third of all American school children, 14 million American kids, go to school with a cop, but no nurse, no school psychologist, and no guidance counselor. Everyone always talks about mental health this, mental health that, but for the people who need it the most, we don't give them mental health support services. We give them fucking cops because Americans love punishment, Americans love cop culture, and Americans crave the illusion of security, even at the fucking detriment of the very people who are supposed to be fucking protecting.